Hello everybody and welcome to a tutorial of Knights of Honor 2 Sovereign. It's a game that's just been released yeah, it's an awesome game. Now first, it's a mix between medieval Total War games and Crusader Kings. Second, it's a sequel to a game that was released, the first version was released I think 18 years ago. So we've been eagerly awaiting for this game to come for quite a number of years, I think since 2018 when it was announced. And yeah, third, it's a awesome game. I really enjoyed. It is not as deep on the battle size. On the battle side, fighting side of the game as medieval Total Wars. It's way more simplified, and it's way more simplified if you compare it to the Crusader Kings as well. But it doesn't matter because it's really enjoyable, it's relaxing, you know, and I've been playing it quite a lot recently. So we're gonna make, I'm gonna make a bit of a tutorial here just to let you guys get familiar with the game, how it plays, the mechanics and all that. So we're playing as England here. First of all, this is our court with our king. Now in your court you can recruit different kind of well, let's say not mercenaries, but well, courtiers, from traders to diplomats, clerics and marshals. We're gonna take a look at this a bit more in the future, but first of all, Crown authority, you have different kinds of population which you have to satisfy so you don't get a rebellion. So you've got nobility, which gives different bonuses. You've got army opinion, merchants, clergy and peasantry, and then you have the kingdom stability. Like I said, it's very important to keep the stability up, otherwise rebellions start popping up and you cannot fend those off for long. Resources, these are kingdom resources. Treasury is of course the most important part. Books is what you use to teach.
What is your command?
Do I have anybody? I do. So let's say this is a young merchant. You can teach him different trades and it costs 200 books. So we should probably, well, it doesn't matter, I'm not gonna play now. So that's what mostly books are for. If you reach the capacity of any of the resource, it goes into cash. The excess is then turned into cash. Sorry, I'm a bit sick. I'm quite sick, I have a flu, so I'm gonna be coughing, maybe even blowing my nose. But anyway, religion. This is used for missions. So let's say we have a clergy here, and we don't want to adopt a population or preach Catholicism. That's gonna cost 1,000. Oh, that's a lot. But anyway, next is commerce. This is used for maintaining trade activities. As you can see, we have sources and upkeep. We're gonna go through that. For example, this is generating 1 commerce. This is generating 1 commerce. Do we have somewhere where we are generating more? Oops, sometimes it's a bit odd. But anyway, let's check the market, for example. Markets do generate commerce as well. I don't think we have any other buildings that would generate way more. So as you can see, monasteries, for example, they do generate books and they do generate religion. Then it's food income. Food income, food is primarily used for, well, we are exporting it, I'm going to show that later, but armies, for upkeeping armies and garrisons. Now these are the garrisons. So yeah, they use up food. Food is also used when the city is under siege. And then you have the kingdom levies. This is where you actually recruit your units from. So if you, let's say, recruit... Can we recruit? If we recruit a bowman, It's gonna use up 150 levies, it shows on the bottom. Upkeep 1 food. And it's gonna use up a worker. Now I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna put a card up here, somewhere in one of these two corners, on how to best start your kingdom, because I've immediately managed to take over, let's say, 4 provinces, pretty much from the start, with 2 provinces, and these were all sovereign kingdoms. So we took their provinces and their wives immediately before we even had our barracks built. So yeah, I'm gonna show you that in the playthrough, how to best start it. The next thing, England, Germanic family. Yeah, okay, this is the diplomacy part. Currently we only have threats, which is, this is quite a problematic one, but we're gonna go through. Well, maybe we can go through here now. The problem with my king is, for now,
been in each palace in Europe.
He's not married.
Your wisest of rulers and his king.
This is also the CK part, so the Crusader Kings part of the game, which is way more simplified. But as you can see, I don't have a wife, I don't have any children. So when he dies, he's probably gonna die alone. One of these two guys is gonna take over. Baron Andrew of Dublin's probably gonna be the next king. So yeah, when it comes to diplomacy, this is where my family would be. We don't have any allies, enemies, vassals, friends, or kinship. We only have a few threats, so this might attack us anytime. Now currently I'm conspiracy. We have a conspiracy or a cunning plan to attack Scotland up here. But okay, that's not part of the tutorial. Anyway, important messages. Holy Crusade and Scotland. Our kingdoms are at peace. We have a trade agreement. What do you guys want? Oh, it's a defensive pact. So let's go through the court real quick.
I am ready to trade.
This is a trader. First of all,
I've been in each
the
palace
important
in
part
Europe.
here is that each and every courtier can garrison, or actually govern a town, one of your towns. So if you look at here, we have a different towns, and if you look on the right side, based on his knowledge and based on his traits, so knowledge and traits,
There's no other king like me.
he's gonna give different bonuses to different resources in towns. Now before we go there, let's go and check the towns. For example, this is our capital, Warwick. It has 4 villages. This is where you can check that. Warwick. Total settlements, so 4 settlements. This is what it produces. We have 2 religious settlements and we have 2 crop farms in Warwick. We're generating 12 gold, 5 trade, 5 books, 3 religion, 7 food, amount of workers, and amount of number of levies that we produce. Now these are all increased by building several buildings in town. I mean, different kinds of buildings. For example, crop farming will increase crop per farm. So if you look, it says, let's right click, it's gonna give us +4 food, more storage for the town, 2 in town. So in town itself is gonna produce 2 additional food, and +1 per crop farm. So we have 2 farms. There's 1 farm and there's another one. So building farms in towns with a lot of farms is definitely the best option. So that's how you min-max. For example, this one would also be good for producing food. That's how you min-max your provinces. Now this town, for example, has 3 monasteries. 1, 2 and 3 monasteries. So it's best to build things like churches, and it's not bad to have, well, we have a marshal governing it, because we have we had instability here, that's why he's governing it. But it would probably be best if a cleric, for example,
Good day, sire.
would be governing Dublin. So let's go and check that, if it's gonna give additional faith or religion points. So Marshal Andrew, he should be governing something else. Oh, select Dublin's governor. Okay, let's go with... No, we have to move him first. Do we have a governor? Okay, let's move into Cardiff. Marshal... Andrew.
Yes, my lord.
Go and govern Cardiff. Where is Cardiff? So if you look here, it's gonna give +1 kingdom levies in all settlements and in all castles and in all villages. So this one should actually be governing, for example, a town with fortresses, or actually it's castles. So this one will do good. I think we have 2 castles somewhere. Yeah, Newcastle. Newcastle has 2 castles. And it's being governed by Marshal Aubrey. So as you can see, +5 in all settlements and +2 in all castles. So he's generating quite a lot. Let's see if we have more castles in one of the towns. Yeah, Exeter, for example. This one's in trading. Let's put him in... well, we should put him in Exeter. This is a castle, this is a castle. So, Marshal Percival.
What a fine day to trade.
Stop governing.
Were you not pleased by the profit
You're
I
gonna
made?
go in Exeter. Where is Exeter? It's gonna give 6 additional levies.
It is an honor, sire.
Now, this one probably... Let's put...
Let the sun always shine on you.
He's currently governing up here. So we're gonna put him in Dublin. Go and govern Dublin. So he's gonna... Well, he's got level 5. He's level 5, so it's gonna produce books and faith in town. Medicine is gonna be... Oh, there's more bonuses to it. I'm just trying to figure out. So in religious settlements at the bottom, it says it's gonna generate more cash. So we're gonna put him in Dublin.
I will teach your subjects to be wise and modest.
So that's how you kind of min-max your towns. I haven't done that yet because I've just taken over a few provinces, but that's how these things work. So
allies.
then it's a diplomat, an English diplomat. Quite obvious. Making alliances, making defensive pacts and all that. What he's currently working on is a defensive pact against Scotland. So you use him as a defensive pact against Scotland, and other nations or kingdoms will join in case they attack you. Currently there is nobody else in this pact, but we had a couple of I think there were this nation definitely was here, but now they're attacked. They're gonna get their nuts cracked. Clerics, they're good for well, keeping religion up, but more importantly, for example, adopt population is a very good one. When you go and take over a town, they will always rebel with time. So you have 2 options: either you quell the resistance in town trying to adopt the population, or you use a marshal and just quell the resistance. Now marshals are quite special kind of breed, so they can have their own armies with their own logistics. So we could actually...
Should we march?
I am ready. Tomorrow will be richer.
You can make give them siege equipment, but they have their own armies, which you move around, of course, and attack. Now, one of the best ways to make money, well, actually the best way, by far the best way to make money, is to go and pillage. You just need to go and pillage and raid enemy settlements as much as you can. Every option you get, you should go and pillage. So merchants. We did
What a
check the
fine day
merchants.
to trade.
With merchants, you more or less trade. What else? What does it show? So we're trading with France. David is trading with France on a medium scale trade, food export. We're also exporting food. That's one of the missions that we got because we had an excess of food income. Yeah, it seems like I messed up a bit. I'm gonna have to change the governors. But anyway, with merchants, it's best way to trade around, of course. We could import goods, but that's gonna cost us. It costs you commerce. Raisins. So yeah, one of the ways to win the game.
Behold, the current
This
great
is the other way.
powers.
One of the ways to win the game is to import all the goods. There's 64 goods in game, and we are producing herbs. We are producing minerals. Where are we producing minerals? Yeah, here. So I've built a mineral trade, which gives quite a nice amount of cash. But if you
Kingdom
manage to get
advantages, sire.
resources, let's say from Age of War, cannons, medicine, war horses, and noblemen. If you manage to get those, you can actually go and select Age of War in order to strike fear. So you get a 20% siege attack, 2 army morale, and capacity in kingdom. Ooh, that's a lot. So these are definitely worth going for. So as you can see with traders,
My
you can
name
actually
is
import
worth
stuff.
many bags of gold.
And yeah, the other way of winning
Behold, the
the
current great
game
powers.
is become a great power. Now we have 1900 points. The other kingdoms, there's 8 strongest kingdoms, and there's the strongest one. So if you manage to get into the 8th, you can kind of try to become the strongest one. This is where you actually get. So for example, in statecraft we are rank 1. I've also been rank 1 domination. I think we also have the highest number of people. Finances rank 42 out of 93 kingdoms. Stability is quite high. Supremacy. So domination, we've won the highest number of wars. We're gonna try and keep that going. Expansion rank 5. Interesting. So yeah, this is another way of winning the game by becoming the biggest, strongest, badasses nation. So what else? Province overview. We went through that. Royal family.
The king
Yeah,
and
sadly
his most
I
noble
don't have
family.
a spouse and children. This is where you can select your heir as well. Now these are traditions, can be adopted in this slot based on a skill mastered by a knight in the royal court. So if somebody has a skill and is level 5, I think, you can adopt, let's say, learning. It costs quite a lot of money, but this will constantly be an option to give it to one of your courtiers. So laws, for example, I went for province stability and books. If we check this, so laws, you can see province stability and books in town. So these traditions that you select, you can always give it to
I
somebody.
greet the brightest ruler in the world.
My liege.
See, so that's definitely something to consider.
Sire,
What you
I
actually
present to
need
you the royal family.
out of these, what you like to. It's kind of a way to direct your kingdom to. So stability is definitely a good thing in my opinion. But there's more very good things. For example, archery or medicine is not a bad one. Plus 3 gold in religious settlements. So you get quite nice bonuses. Trading in monasteries. So yeah, that's pretty much the UI. Now when it comes to towns, each and every town can have 8 buildings. 4 are free, then you have to unlock the slot, so you have to spend money for it. Let's find a town that has more. That one had 4. Does London have more lands? Yeah, London has a seashore as well. So, the way you do this is you, of course, build buildings, which unlock bigger buildings. Each and every building can then be upgraded. So we can, for example, a market will give us +1 gold and +1 trade and +2 happiness in a town. It says upgrades 0 out of 4, scribe offices, inns, tax collectors and courthouses. So if you then click on a market itself, this is the upgrades. So this gives additional bonuses. So more trade, you can have a higher number of workers, and it increases happiness. So you develop towns into different kind of, let's say, the way I'm gonna do it is probably when we take over Ireland, at least that's the plan. We're gonna turn them into cash cows and food probably. So yeah, trading. Let's look at Cork. Oh, we cannot open the menu here. You can, of course, remove the building as well. But okay, let's go back to London then. Harbors is where we can make a lot of trade. It depends. Shipyards are for trading. Seashore and harbor. So siege defense, fame when governed, more profit from colonies when governed. Ship levels and trade ports. These are also special things that let's say we can make special buildings based on if there are resources in the province or not. So these are definitely worth taking. For example, goldsmithing would be nice. Production details, 7 gold in a mine. We produce gold ingots. It's one of the
kingdom advantages
things here, the gold ingots. So these are definitely worth taking. Stoneworking, lime trade, I think, yeah, it produces quite a nice amount. So this is in a quarry. Goldsmithing is in a mine. So there should be a quarry here. This is a mine. This is where we can produce gold. Village, and this is a quarry. So if you develop this, this is probably the most important thing that you have to take care of inside each and every town if you get a chance. Not all towns have special buildings, so this one, for example, might be very good for crop farming probably. Yeah, though maybe building. Oh, we have 3. Wait a second. Nottingham. Nottingham has 3 castles. So this is a town where we should probably go and build barracks and all that. Yeah, per castle, production details. So that's how you specialize your towns, and then put a marshal in to govern it. There's currently nobody here, but yeah, that's pretty much it when it comes to these things, how the game works. Maps are also quite useful.
The world at your fingertips.
So, for example, stances, relations. Yeah, we have bad relations. Marriages. These are available marriages. I don't know how I could marry my king. There is no option. At least I didn't find it.
My tongue will enthrall them.
So I think it only gets married by himself or not. There's an event that pops up. I was able to marry. Demand offer. Royal wedding. Never mind. So yeah, I don't know if we can marry the king or we have to just wait if he gets married on his own. But yeah, you can actually marry your sons and daughters. And if you marry, let's say, a daughter to, well, to France, if the king dies, she's gonna inherit those lands. I had that happen in in 3 of my provinces, and we had to wage war to get the provinces actually to stay under our control. So
Political
stability,
view.
also an important part. Trade zones. Yeah, these are the trade zones. Religion, as long as you don't mess around with our religion, you're gonna have a high stability. Otherwise, we're gonna have to send in your clerics, and it's gonna take a long time before you can actually quell the resistance in those kind of in those provinces. Now, culture as well. Culture is also an important part. It will decrease your stability quite a lot. It doesn't say here. Let's see. Maybe there's different culture here. Cultural attention, you can see -10. That's why I had a governor here, one of the clerics. Yeah, this one. So theology 1 plus 100 cultural power. That's why I had him in this town.
The world at your fingertips.
Loyalty is low. This was the last province that we've taken over, so that's why the loyalty is still low. Province features. Limestone, horses, so you can check where things are located when it comes to resources. Goodies, different kinds of goodies. Let's see, where can we make tar? Ooh, about timber. Now we have minerals also in Newcastle. We should probably build that. Let's check. Yeah, we can make a mineral trade here. So that's definitely a building that we're gonna go after at one point. And yeah, this is pretty much it. Wars are not that hard to fight. When it comes to fighting, let's go to war.
Should we march?
We're gonna say hello there, Mr. King, King of Edinburgh. Audience, we're gonna declare war.
One of our knights has been captured.
Oh,
We've captured a
yeah, you
foreign
also
knight,
have to be
sire.
careful about
our
this.
crown authority is
Audience.
dwindling, my lord. A defensive pact of ours is no more.
So we had Baron Percival. Percy was trading in Scotland, and now he's in prison because of that.
Get me out.
Now we do have a king. We can infiltrate Scotland, and we can try and get him out of here, out of the prison. So we're gonna try and do that. Where is Scotland? Oh, we don't have the cash for it. Sadly, he's gonna stay in prison for a while. But anyway, when it comes to waging wars,
Yes.
you send your armies.
My liege.
Let's send more armies.
Your orders.
Now you can only fight with 2 armies at the same time. I mean, in the same battle, only 2 armies can participate. I'm gonna put a cut here, maybe if it's gonna take long. Okay, they've already brought down an army.
Yes, my lord.
I'm gonna go and fight it. They're running away because they know they're gonna get smacked around. Now they're still busy taking over this town. Or did they manage to take it? Yeah, they've managed to take it. No, they did not manage to take it. Ah, I was hoping they're gonna be busy with...
Crush these bugs.
Okay, so let's slow down. Or pause. First of all,
will fall.
I assure you.
Another army can join in. Marshal Andrew will join the battle after 82 seconds, so that's Marshal Andrew.
I am ready.
Kill them all.
Each and every
What
army
is
has
your
its own
wish?
supplies, army keep and supplies. Now you have to keep an eye on this, because if they go down, you're gonna lose morale, and your army is gonna fight very poorly. Pardon me. The number of men in the army. Now this is the battle. You can send them all in, or you can lead, which means we're gonna lead the battle on the battlefield. As soon as this army arrives, I'm gonna go and lead just to show you in the tutorial how that part works. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Woods, ranged attack -25, cavalry attack -10. It depends where you are fighting. There's bonuses and malices.
No
But this is the other thing.
No retreat.
So we're pillaging here. Each and every, well, let's say fief, let's call it a fief, has its own army manpower. You can develop that with different buildings in towns. Or maybe we have a building here, for example, village militia in Newcastle. It's generating maybe we have to increase training grounds. Town watches. Plus 25 siege defense per village. But that's only for a town. I'm pretty sure there are buildings that increase defenses in the villages itself.
Fight with honor.
But yeah, this timer, when we defeat the army, there's gonna be like a burning counter or a timer. And after you pillage this, it depends on what kind of resources the village or the fief produces, but you're gonna steal those, and that's the biggest amount of, or let's say the most lucrative way of gaining resources and cash. But for now, let's go and I'm gonna fight this battle.
Yes, my lord.
So what do we have here? A bunch of peasants, archers.
Push forward.
What is your wish?
We should be able to overpower them.
More troops have come to aid in our battle.
The enemy stands no chance.
Sire, here is our enemy.
Our men can capture these points to secure a swift victory.
So yeah, taking over those points secures you a victory, or if you kill the enemy general.
Regard the splendor of our army.
And of course, if you lose the points, you lose the battle. Now this is the, let's disable tips. This is the total war part of the game. Like I said, it's way more simplified. There are terrain features, so if you put archers on top of the hill, they have a longer range. If you put unit into the woods, they're gonna be protected against archers. Now if you check the unit, light infantry, this is their morale and this is their health, so number of soldiers. You have different orders, from charging to trying different formations. You can shrink ranks. So what I really like, and that every game should have,
At the ready.
let's go
Here we
and
are.
select
What should we do? Here we are.
all of our
What should we
melee
do?
units. Control
Yes.
1 puts them into formation.
Go to that position.
All
Awaiting
the
target.
archers. Control 2. Let's put them in a formation.
Move out.
My life is precious. I'm in charge here.
Control 3 is gonna be our cavalry. We're gonna try and get the cavalry maybe on enemy flanks and destroy their archers, or maybe go and try and kill their general, because that's gonna immediately win us the battle. Let's put them behind. And now we can select
At the ready. My men await your orders. At the ready. Our blades are sharp.
all the units and put them, let's say,
What should we
under
do?
number 5.
Yes?
Ready to
Hold
fight.
on, hold on.
Awaiting target.
Archers
Ready to
number
fight.
2.
I must be well protected. I'm in charge here. I must be well protected.
Number 3. So each individual unit can be in several groups.
Here we are.
5 is the whole army.
Not too close to the enemy.
So yeah, that's something that every strategy game should have. So you can put a single unit into different kinds of
What should we do?
under different let's say squads. Okay, let's see. They're coming in. They have quite a nice amount of archers, but we're gonna try and surround them.
I'm in charge here.
Let's move the cavalry on the flank
Let's
immediately.
go.
We're gonna
It
go
looks safe.
and try and kill their general.
Awaiting target.
Yeah, we should smash them. We should smash them quite easily. Now generals, of course, they do give bonuses. As you can see, he's level 5. We get infantry tactics. We get archery. Field tactics.
We're under attack.
I'm in charge here.
Okay, let's go and smash their archers.
I must be well protected. Fight these fools!
Attack.
Watch out. They're flanking us. Move. Blood and steel.
Here we are.
We must go that way. Move your asses. Take cover. Bowmen ready. Draw.
Actually, let's
They're
go and
shooting
flank.
at us! What should we do?
They're running away.
You go and charge.
Huzzah!
We're gonna send.
Infantry, attack. Blood and steel. Ready to fight. The cowards are fleeing.
Okay, they're already fleeing.
They are flanking us.
Our capture point is
Holy
contested
moly, it's
by the
going
enemy.
fast.
Reach that strategic area.
The enemy troops are losing hope quickly.
Okay,
Ready to
we've already
fight.
beaten them. I
leader
should
is
probably
under
slow
attack.
down a bit.
I must be well protected.
Attack,
I'm in charge
attack,
here.
attack and
victory!
charge.
Kill them all. My men await your orders.
We need to
We're
save
on
these
our way.
guys and attack with
Shoot the
archers.
target.
My life is precious.
We're gonna send you to
Destroy
hunt these
the
guys.
foe! Charge!
Siege battles is where you need to tear down the walls first, or actually destroy the gates, and then get into the castle
Ready to
itself.
fight.
But yeah, this is pretty much the
weaklings
the
have
total
run
war
away. Take cover!
way. I mean, the total war
Awaiting target.
Our cowardly
won.
foes retreated
total war
from
part
the
of the game.
battlefield.
Though I don't know, I don't have, I didn't manage to get a higher tier unit, so I don't know how they perform and if there's more strategy play to it, and positioning and all that. But like I said at the start, it's pretty basic when it comes to field battles. It's still interesting to fight, especially when you get more and more different variety of units, but we're not there yet.
The enemy army leader was slain. Sire, the
So
enemy begged for mercy.
this is what I was talking about. We're gonna pillage this town, I mean this fief, as soon as this gets up to a
My sword is
maximum.
yours, sire.
Let's see now. Armies are beaten up, so they're beat up. We need to recruit more troops.
Yes.
You should never go and raid without a complete
Should
and
we
full
march?
army. Well, you know what? Let's.
my lord.
What I usually do.
What is your wish?
Oh, come on. Let's give him. Take that out. Put archers in. Fresh units. We're gonna give him fresh units. Militia is better than just peasants and rebel. Actually, he's level 5. He should be the one with the army. Oh boy, made a mistake there. Let's turn this army into a proper army. Because the enemy armies are coming back. This is also a bit tedious. I don't know why you cannot combine them. You can swap them out, but you cannot combine them. And I would like to have a fresh, strong unit here. Okay, we're gonna swap you out. Should we get more archers? No, 3 and... Oh, this one's busted.
Our armies have pillaged a settlement.
Okay, we've pillaged the settlement. We're gonna check the message. Yeah, we need more. We're gonna put light infantry in. Okay, so that's how you combine the armies. Now we've won a battle. We've stolen 631 gold and supplies, 40 supplies. So like I said before, the best way to get money,
Yes, my lord.
is by just pillaging.
What is your wish?
My sword is yours, sire.
Based on the type of resource
Yes, my
is
lord.
what you pillage. This town needs to be, they need to be sent back to the new castle. So we should build a barracks here. Newcastle has... Probably we should build barracks. The more buildings you have, this is the number of buildings. So shows how many times you have built barracks in England. As you can see, we have a lot of market squares and housings. But here's the thing, the cost of upgrades. So for example, getting spear makers. So we could recruit spearmen. Where are spearmen? Yeah, light spearmen. The cost of upgrades increases with the number of times the building is built, and the cost of building increases with the number of upgrades it already has. So, you know, the more barracks you have, the more expensive to upgrade, and the more upgrades you have, the more expensive building a new barracks is. So that that's something you should take into account, because it goes the same for other buildings. So if you go and, for example, let's say, upgrade the market squares, it's gonna be very expensive to build a market square in a new town that you took over. So yeah, that's pretty much it for wars. The Scots are angry. Yeah, well, why not?
Your orders.
That's pretty much how you wage war. Try and pillage as much as you can to get cash and supplies, and that way you can spend it in your towns. So I guess that's gonna be it for this tutorial. It's quite long. I hope you guys have liked it. There was a bit of gameplay, but the most important parts I think you're now familiar with. I think we could actually try and let's see if we can make peace, because we are overpowering them now. Let's see.
Who needs convincing?
Negotiate peace. Scotland. Now here's the thing. We can send him on a mission to negotiate. But it's not gonna... Maybe it's gonna work out, but what you need to do is try and speak to them. Audience. Sign peace. White peace. Oh! He doesn't want to sign it. So we probably have to overpower them a bit more. We did destroy one of their armies. But if we pillage more, this sticks into your favor. So I think that when it comes to the end, they're pretty much ready to... yeah, war score. War score and strength. So we're stronger, we have a higher war score, so I think we're on top of them. But anyway, like I said, this is gonna conclude the tutorial. I hope you guys have liked it. If you have more questions, go ahead. And yeah, see you in the playthrough of the England campaign.